I swear I wasn't even done unpacking when a woman stormed into my yard, pointed at me like I was a criminal, and screamed, "You're illegally occupying this property." She had papers in her hand, waving them like a judge about to sentence me. And here's the kicker, my farmhouse isn't even in an HOA. I bought it. Because it's HOA free. But when I showed her my documents, she absolutely lost it. And that was only the beginning. So let me back up. My name's Marcus. I'm an engineer, and for 3 years I'd been chasing a dream, an old 1,800-square-foot farmhouse on a piece of land where nobody could tell me what color to paint my door or how tall my grass could grow. I researched everything: county records, lawyers, title insurance, even the original 1870s land grant. This place was as free from HOA nonsense as you could get, which is why I nearly laughed when this woman marched across my lawn like she owned the place. Clipboard in one hand, manila folder in the other. She stopped 3 feet from my moving truck and introduced herself with military posture. "Sir, I'm Karen Mitchell, president of Maplewood Heights HOA. This property requires immediate compliance with community standards." At first I thought maybe she was confused. Boundaries can change, right? So I politely told her, "Ma'am, this farmhouse is outside your HOA. I have all the documentation here." I opened my thick folder, legal surveys, attorney opinions, everything in order. She barely looked at it. With total confidence, she snapped, "Your records are outdated. I have current authority maps." She lifted her folder like it contained state secrets, and for half a second, I doubted myself. Did I screw something up? Did I just drop my life savings into a property nightmare? But no. My brain kicked in. I'd verified this place 6 ways from Sunday. Still, that doubt had been planted, and Karen knew it. She doubled down. Non-compliance affects everyone's property values. My wife Judy walked out just in time to hear it, gave Karen's papers one skeptical look, and asked, "Where are the originals?" That's when Karen's fake smile cracked. Her voice shot up an octave. "Illegal questioning of HOA authority." She stormed off muttering, "Illegal, illegal," under her breath like it was some magic spell. And then fate handed me a gift. She dropped a piece of paper. I picked it up. It wasn't a regulation. It was a receipt from Print Palace Document Services, dated yesterday. She had literally printed her official HOA maps the day before. That's when I realized this wasn't just a bossy neighbor. This was a full-blown con. The next morning, my suspicion turned into obsession. I called the real Maplewood Heights HOA, asked about Karen Mitchell. The office manager paused, then said, "Sir, we've never had anyone by that name. Our president is David Chen." That cold chill down my spine. That's the feeling when you realize someone is lying about things that are easily verified. So I dug deeper. Karen wasn't some random neighbor with too much free time. She had a whole operation. Fake fines, fake violations, dozens of neighbors paying her $50, $75, even $300 when she threatened foreclosure. I found payment records, neighborhood chats, people saying, "She got my mom for $80. She threatened us over our fence." This wasn't petty harassment. It was fraud. Organized, systematic fraud. And here's the part that broke me. I saw Mrs. Peterson, an elderly neighbor, walk to Karen's yard one evening with an envelope clutched in her shaky hands. She handed it over like she was scared not to pay. Watching that nearly made me sick. That night I sat at my kitchen table with all the evidence. And I'll be honest, I almost gave up. I thought, what's the point? Who's going to believe me? Maybe I should just lay low and hope she leaves me alone. But Judy looked me in the eye and said, "If you stay quiet, she'll keep preying on people like Mrs. Peterson." That hit hard. I couldn't just walk away. So I set a trap. I installed cameras, and within days I caught her red-handed slipping a fake violation notice into my mailbox, then stepping back to photograph it, adjusting angles like she was building a case file. That was it. I had proof. So the next time she called demanding a $200 compliance fee, I changed tactics. I said, "You know what, Karen? You're right. I'll comply. Can you bring the full documentation package? The next morning she arrived dressed like a lawyer heading to court. Rolled in with a briefcase, spread her fake documents across my kitchen table like she was prosecuting me. Board meeting minutes, fake neighbor complaints, fines, schedules. All of it phony. I asked, "Can I contact the other board members?" She snapped. "Board information is confidential." "What about financial records?" Illegal demand for private files. Every question turned her more defensive, her face redder, her voice louder. Finally, I laid it out. "Karen, I have video of you planting fake violations. I have the Print Palace receipt. And I know Maplewood Heights has never heard of you." She froze for half a second, then shrieked, "Illegal surveillance. I'm calling the police." And she did, right from my driveway. 2 hours later, Officers Walker and Stone showed up. I had my binder ready, deed surveys, legal opinions, video evidence, screenshots of payments. Karen had her stack of fake paperwork. She introduced herself like she was briefing the FBI. "Officers, I'm the president of Maplewood Heights HOA. This man is illegally occupying community property." At first I could see the cops were taking her seriously. She had the posture, the tone, the official papers. My stomach sank. But then they reviewed my evidence. The authentic deed, the surveys, the footage of Karen literally staging violations. I watched their expressions change from neutral to stone serious. Officer Stone said it out loud. "This shows the complainant manufacturing evidence." Karen's mask slipped. She started screaming about conspiracies, claiming the real HOA president David Chen was lying. She even handed over what she said was a police report, except it had the wrong formatting, the wrong case number, the kind of nonsense that looked like it came straight from Google Docs. When they told her calmly that impersonating an HOA official and filing false reports were crimes, she snapped. "Illegal police conspiracy. You'll all be investigated." And then right there in front of my neighbors, she had a full-blown meltdown. Screaming, pointing, insisting she was the only true HOA president. Someone recorded it on their phone. That clip, it hit the internet. Fake HOA president meltdown. Within 48 hours, hundreds of thousands of views. The very same neighbors she'd bullied were finally speaking up. One after another, she charged me $75 for a mailbox. She fined me $60 for a fence. She told us we'd lose our house if we didn't pay. And Karen, she just kept yelling, "Illegal, illegal," until her voice cracked. That was the end of her reign. So that's how it all played out. A fake HOA president exposed by her own arrogance, humiliated in front of the very people she tried to scam. And the lesson, real authority doesn't panic when you ask for proof. Fake authority always does.